Alright, guys. Let me just go ahead and jump into this. So, a few, I'll say maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks, there's been some calamity going on YouTube concerning singing. And one of those situations was Mr. Joe Work, one of my good buddies, who sang a beautiful rendition of Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone. Um, yeah. But aside from that, most people remember my vocal grade series and how I had this little chart about how I felt about, certain voices and what grades they were. Well, this guy sent me a message. Keyword, sent me a message requesting that I grade his, well, basically, he didn't say grade, he said tell him the honest truth about what I thought about his voice. Now, I just wanted to make sure that people knew that I'm not pulling no Freddy Krueger's on that ass, all right? I don't come after you in your dreams, okay? You pull a Camp Crystal Lake on that ass and you come over to my area, okay? I'm the Jason Voorhees up in here. I'm not going to come for you unless you send for me. All right? Don't go to your mirror and say alcohol harmony 5 times, and then when I appear, you're like, oh, no, 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 I didn't want you up in here. Because if I give you what you want and it's not what coincided with what you thought I was going to say, then you want to get mad at me. And that's not how it's going to go. I'm going to tell you what it is. So, he said, I want you to tell me the truth. Before I could even ask him, do you want me to tell you the truth or lie? I checked out his video. And, Lord have mercy. If you could just imagine hearing the waves crashing upon New Orleans, featuring South Park's rendition of Stevie Nicks. I just, I, So, yeah, I responded and, I said, look, I mean this with the most love and respect. I said, but you cannot sing at all. And I said, if music is something that you really want to do, I said, then get into the business aspect of it. Write for other artists maybe. But as far as singing, that is not something that you were meant to do. And so he sent me a message back. And he was saying how, well, that's not fair. And everybody can learn to sing. Which is kind of halfway true because yeah, somebody can learn to hold a note, but does not mean that they're meant to be a singer. You feel what I'm saying? Let me just give you a small example. You need to know what you're sufficient in and what you're proficient in. I'm sufficient in dancing, but I'm proficient in singing. Singing is where I live at. Moving on. Then he proceeded to try to get me together on my voice, which I do not recall contacting him for advice on my gift. My gift. And I felt some type of way about it because it's almost like, okay, you're failing in one of your subjects in school, and then you come to me to get tutored, and then you're going to try to tell me how to honey, no, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be getting held back. You wouldn't be failing. How about those Granny Greensmith apples? But moving on along, I responded like, B-Day, Kelly looking at Michelle as she fell on 106 in Park and kept it moving, double disc deluxe edition stare. You are one to be telling me about my voice when you don't know how to sing. And then it's like, side note, for people who don't know how to sing or are off or just not good, they think that they can sing. And I think that's borderline insanity because you know how, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and somebody can correct me on the quote, but crazy people don't know that they're crazy. So it's like I wish I could. I pray that God could grant me the supernatural ability to hear what these people hear in their head because they think that they're good when it's really not. But anyway, so then he proceeded to curse me out, and he said that I'm not the greatest singer. I'm not the godfather of music. Who do I think I am? Blah blah blah. He knows about music, and all I need to do is check his favorites, which I just happen to be in his favorites. Girl boop. Bitch boo bye. Ho have a seat. So, I responded like, okay, dude, you're really an amateur. And since you made me out to be a liar, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to feature your video on my page. Then I'm going to tweet the video, which my Twitter is connected to my Facebook. Then I'm going to take all of those comments and then I'm going to put them in a note so that you can read all of them. Since you're making me out to be a liar, since I don't know what I'm talking about, since I don't know music, since I'm not gifted in that area as far as hearing and knowing when something is not good, since I don't know anything about that, let's just see what let's see what everybody else got to say. So I got those comments together along with the people that commented on the video. Then he really proceeded to curse me out. And then he even threw in some racial slurs talking about, oh, my proud black brother. I'm just like, oh, girl, you are really reaching. So yeah, after that, I just had to block that ass. But I just felt some type of way because it's like, okay, first of all, I don't come for people. They come to me asking for my opinion. I already know what I sound like. I know what I'm capable of. You're the one that needs a confirmation, not me. So, and then the other thing was, you know that old, is that a daddy long legs? No. You know the old saying, don't speak unless you're spoken to? Keep that in mind. If you come to somebody asking for advice in something that you're not proficient or even sufficient in, don't try to have them take note or try to get them together on something that you're asking them advice about. That is so tacky and that's stupid and it's disrespectful. If you're coming to me asking me about music or about singing and you don't even know if you're good or not, or you're not that good, and you're coming to me to ask to try to get help, don't come at me like, oh, well, you know what, Durand, well, you need to stop doing this about your runs and blah. Like, baby. First of all, and I want to point this out too to that knucklehead that tried to get me together about my vocal acrobatics. You clearly don't know my work, because if you did, you would know that I have done my fair share of videos where I wasn't running, because all he was doing was stating the recent ones like Yes, Jesus Loves Me and Halo, my gospel jazz rendition. Like, dude, I do more than that. So yeah, you might want to check out that good old Satellites. You might want to check out that Slow. You might want to check out that Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. You might want to check out that Russian Roulette. I'm just saying, like, you obviously don't know, so you made an ass out of yourself. So yeah, don't try to get me together on something that you're not even together on. I'm together in that area. Don't if you're living check by check and you don't know how to manage money and you come to me like, okay, how do I budget my money so that I'm not living check by check, so that I have some money to spend, and I'm in the middle of telling you how you can get like me or how you can better your situation, and you're gonna tell me, oh, well, you know, Durand, you really don't need to be spending no money on no gum. Excuse me? You're telling me about spending $25 on Bubblicious and I have money to spare at the end of the week, and you're living check by check? Sweetie, don't do me. Bitch, boo bye. Ho, have a seat. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, yeah. And another thing. I just wanted to do this real quick as the encore. He made a statement saying that I can't hit the notes that I was singing in Closer, Don't Stop the Music in my chest voice. I can only do it in my head voice, which was really irrelevant to the subject was your shitty ass voice. That's what it was irrelevant. But I figured I should do that for you since you felt I was incapable of doing it. And I just can't pull myself away, but I don't want to escape. I just can't stop. And actually, that was a key higher than the original one. How you doing? So, yeah. If you want advice, get it, take the notes, and move along. Other than that, I'm not trying to hear. This really isn't a conversation. You came to me for my advice, and that's what I'm giving you. But if you don't want the truth, if you don't want my opinion, I'm going to give it to you how I see fit. Do not summon me, because I will come for you if you send for me. So if you don't want me to come for you, then do not call my name. Thank you.